is it good to be back at work? Is that kind of your mindset, or did you feel like you could have liked some more time off?
Uh, um, I mean, I kind of just wanted to get on another flight immediately, trying to get over that like scare. Like I don't know what was reported yesterday in terms of like it was just like a little emergency landing or something like that. But I feel like a lot of people on that plane, it was like one of those flights where you was sending out texts. I know you seen on the movies when a plane about to crash or something. It got to that point where we was all on the plane like, yo, this might be really the end. Um, so I mean, it was a crazy situation. Um, I understand fully why Don didn't come, because I mean all of us were just like kind of like out of there and then in like limbo, like, whoa, what just happened? Is this like real life? Um, but yeah, it's definitely something that you kind of gotta push through and get over it. But it's just that's just a tough situation. I mean, I don't think that's happened many times on a plane ride. I've talked to many of my friends that are in the league, and they said like that's the biggest fear. And for that to happen, I understand everybody's point and perspective on that thing as well. So uh, I mean, it is what it is. You take your time off, everybody. So you just gotta figure out a way to push through that and keep going.
Next up, Eric Walden, Salt Lake Tribune.
Jordan, can you kind of recall some of the details of what you remember happening, as this occurred, and just kind of, what the emotions were as the situation was unfolding? So many guys have been talking about how, it was so sudden and how there was confusion and it took a while for the crew to kind of just figure out what was going on. So what was going through your mind during that time?
So where I sit on the plane is where I could see, the engine and everything. I happened to be being a bad kid and kind of getting up and grabbing something out of my bag while we was taking off. And I just remember walking back to my seat. And as I got to my seat, I just hear a loud bang. And me and Mike looked at each other and he was like, "Oh, those are the birds." I guess Mike seen the birds passing through the window and then seen it as it was happening. So all I heard was a bang. And then I turn and look out the window and see the whole like engine shaking and everything. And then you see everybody in the back kind of like, reacting to what's going on. And, a lot of the people in the back that were sitting like, behind the engine and stuff like that, they seen a burst of flames. So immediately they're probably thinking like the plane is fully caught on fire. And I see everybody kind of reacting towards that. And then just recalling that whole situation was pretty crazy. The whole plane just started shaking. It was just it's definitely something that experience that I'm happy that we able to tell, because like I said, a lot of us really came to like a point, at least 30 seconds in that flight, everybody came to the point where it was like, man, this might be over for us. And it's sad to say that, and I don't play with death or anything like that. And it's just something that we got to push through and come together and keep going, and stay strong, support each other, whatever, how much time we got to take off or whatever, talking to our mental health people or whatever it is. That's a serious situation if you've never been faced with life and death, stuff like that. So respect to everybody that's gone through this situation on this plane.
Sarah Todd, Deseret News.
Jordan, we were told that, there was that 5 to 10 minutes before the pilots or the crew were able to tell you guys anything. Once they did tell you something, what were they able to say to you? And then did that kind of calm you guys, like, okay, we're going to be able to make it back to the ground?
Yeah, that was probably the most common part. The flight attendant and the pilots were very calm when they got on the intercom, basically telling us what happened, saying we lost the engine. We gonna we're gonna be able to land somewhere, and they were saying they was gonna turn the play around. So that definitely was a comforting thing. But we were all looking out the window like, man, just land this. Just land anywhere. We don't care. We can check everything else later. Once we get on the ground, just please just put this plane on the ground and just let us live and get past this. But yeah, it's definitely a common kind of thing. Once the pilot got on there, he was super calm and let us know what's going on, and we got down to the ground. Shout out to them for landing and getting it back safe and all that.
All right, that's it. Thank you, Jordan. We appreciate your time.
All right, y'all. Peace.